Hey everyone, I want to let you know about some exciting things coming up at Real Life, and you're getting this message because you're part of the core around here and you make things happen with your gifts, with your resources, with your time, your prayers, your leadership, and I just want to say thank you. Let me just give a few shout outs if I can. First of all, to all those who work in our student ministries, we are right now looking for some replacements in some areas on our staff because of some staff transition, but the leadership team there has done an amazing job with Jim Howard and Nicole Callan and just incredible people that do incredible heavy lifting over there to make student ministry fantastic. And I got a chance to speak at Generate just a couple nights ago, and it was just amazing. I also want to just give a special thank you to all of you who have made the move over to Canyon Country. Every single weekend we see more and more new people that are in the surrounding area that are checking out church in a movie theater that have never been to church before. Primarily the people that work there at the movie theater have started attending church and inviting friends to come as well. And I want to say thank you to you for all of your support to make that happen. Let me tell you about a couple things coming up. Some of you got to experience John Ortberg this past weekend by either seeing him live on Thursday or watching him on Sunday morning and Sunday night, and it was an incredible weekend, and we had a chance to film a podcast with him that we're going to release the first Sunday in March, and that will come out. You can subscribe to that through iTunes, through Rusty George Podcast, and you can also go to my website and be able to actually view the podcast starting the first week in March, and that's PastorRustyGeorge.com. We'd love for you to check that out as well as other content there as well. Now here's something cool that's coming up. We're going to make a few tweaks to how we do communion. We really feel like when we do communion in our service, there just could be a better way to do it because it kind of becomes a little bit exclusive for those who are new and don't know what's going on. And for those of us that really enjoy that time, it feels a little rushed. And so we're always working to tweak things and make them a little bit better. So we're going to try something. And I'm going to ask for your grace on this and help us with this. We're going to try turning in the lobby of our downstairs at our Valencia campus into a communion station area. So at the end of our services, you can come down and go out there and receive communion, pray with a pastor, be with your life group and receive communion together, or maybe your family. We're just going to give this a try over the course of this Jesus series, and I just love your feedback on it. So try it a few weeks, tell me what you think, and let us know how we can make it even better. That would be great. Last thing I'll tell you is this. Much like we had John Ortberg this past weekend, coming up in the month of March, we're going to have an incredible speaker by the name of Lee Strobel at Real Life. And he is going to share his personal testimony that has now been made into a movie that will be releasing soon called The Case for Christ. He's written many bestsellers from The Case for Christ, The Case for Faith, The Case for God, The Case for a Creator. And I would love for you to hear his story and bring a friend that weekend. It's going to be one of those great weekends to bring a friend that's not really sure what they believe about God. So take a look at this trailer, and then I want to tell you one last thing when you come back.
I've spent my entire career as a journalist, uncovering the truth. Until the day my wife presented me with the biggest story of my life. The Case for Christ. From that moment on, I set out to prove to her and to the rest of the world that they were wrong. And what happened next changed me forever.
Now, that movie is going to be so great. We're so looking forward to being able to see that. But here's the last thing I want to tell you. You may have a question for Lee Strobel that you want to ask. You may have a question for me you want to ask. And at our next core video and at our next podcast, I want to be able to answer a lot of those. So would you email me, rgeorge@reallifechurch.org, and let me know whatever your questions are that you'd love to have us address, or maybe you'd love to ask Lee and have him address an apologetic issue you'd like to ask him, or a church-related issue you want to ask me. Send it my way, rgeorge@reallifechurch.org. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.